I think we're there. I think we're there. I think we're there. All right, let's go to the middle. All right, y'all. Listen, we finally got the video back up after a little bit of some technical difficulties. It is back up in here. So most disturbing hunting encounters caught on camera. Hopefully this shit's working, y'all.
The Hunting Public is a DIY hunting channel based in Missouri.
Man. Come on. Before we even get into this shit, how many of y'all like ever went hunting, bro? Like either just like fishing. Like fishing's kind of classified as hunting. Like you're in the middle of the woods, you're going fishing. How many of y'all ever went fishing, bro? Because that shit right there is mad fun, dude. Spotify Wrapped, please. Oh, we went through everybody Spotify Wrapped when that shit dropped, bro. If you want to send that shit in, Domino, you're welcome to join the Discord that we got going. Anybody's welcome to pull up, but you are much appreciated stopping on in here, bro. I know how to shoot guns, bro. It's pretty fun, you know. It's pretty fun for real. Cece went hunting. You went hunting before. I go hunting every year. It's a pretty
show
fun
the
hobby,
hunters going to different locations, finding the game, and usually completing the hunt by the end, all while explaining their thought process at each step in detail. And the video they filmed on September 25, 2022 was meant to be no different. Two of the channel's hosts, Ted and Nick,
you already know. Just from the drip, just from the drip, bro. He's got the fucking camo shirt. This guy's got the camo pants. Both these guys are just, you know, they're getting 8-pointers every single weekend, bro. Like
out bow hunting deer on public land in their home state. Little did they know this trip was
I own 43 guns. Yo, remind me to never get into a beef with NA Mamba, y'all. Remind me, because god damn, bro. This guy's got a miniature army at his crib, dude. Like, dead ass, bro. Pew pew, fishing is fun for real. It is.
By the most disturbing encounter they've ever had in the wilderness. The incident happened at roughly 6:45 p.m. while the two were hiding in a tree, waiting for a deer, when, out of nowhere, they heard what sounded like a loud scream in the distance.
That's an animal, bro. Oh. Now, like, that could be three different things. That could be a person. Like, that's worst case. That could be a bobcat. If you guys heard bobcats at 1 in the morning, especially, like, where I'm, like, from, dude, bobcats go nuts, bro. They screech, they yell, they do all that shit. White-tailed deer, y'all. It could be a deer, bro. I don't know what deers sound like, but I know there's some bobcats that make some crazy noise. Welcome back, Deity, bro.
It was too distinctly human to be coming from an animal or something similar. And
6'7".
while this was plenty terrifying on its own, it was only the beginning of a much more haunting sequence of events. Because not only did the screaming continue for the next 30 minutes, it also became more manic and blood-curdling with each passing minute.
That's gotta be an animal, right? Has to be. My bad. Now you good, Domino. You set, buddy. I don't know, dude. That sounds weird.
Things only became worse when they heard the sound of several gunshots coming from the same direction.
Yeah, this is gunshots, bro. Nah, like, how do you go to a hunting zone and get scared when you hear bullets? Like, are we serious, bro? Like, how, like, you're going to a hunting zone and you get scared when you hear animal noises and bullets. Like, are we being dead ass? Like, there's no fucking way, right? I got R6 hearing for real. Bro, I need to work on my hearing, dude. I feel like I'm deaf in R6. Like, dead ass, dude. Lol, Domino, what do you mean? Hey, XZ Pose, dropping a follow today. Much appreciated from XZ Pose. How have you been doing? Everyone stopping in. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're watching 5 most disturbing hunting encounters caught on camera. So far, bro, it's looking like some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. What's good, twin? We've been doing good, Exposed. Let me know. How about you, bro? How have you been doing, dude? Let me know, dude. Yeah, let's just bullies in the hunting zone, dude. Come on. I've been good. That is always good to hear, bro. Always good to hear.
Something not good's going on.
Now, all of this still could have had a perfectly reasonable explanation. Maybe the person screaming was being chased by a predator
we'll see
like
that
a black bear and used their firearm in self-defense. However, what made this explanation unlikely were the few coherent words that could be heard in between the screaming, with the voice yelling for help and saying phrases like, "I hate you."
What? Ooh. Oh, nah, that's fully distinguishable. Oh, that's fully distinguished. That's not no animal, chat. That's not no animal right there. That's fully distinguished. God damn it, I hate you. Yeah, I think we just got, our myth got busted, bro.
The voice became even more disturbing after the gunshots, shouting what sounded like, "Somebody help, you effing killed her," and other disturbing phrases.
On video? That's insane. No, like with subtitles, you could like dead ass like clear as day hear what they're saying. Without it, you can't really understand. But with that shit, you could fully understand with that. Yeah, now these subtitles are a reach. They could be, but listen. Let's rewind it.
Help, you effing killed her, and other disturbing phrases.
Like that part, I don't know. That part, I don't. That part sounds like that. Yeah. Now either way though, it's like clear as day with them subtitles, man.
In addition to the screaming, shouting, and gunshots, the two also heard the sound of multiple cars speeding off, after which everything went silent. By now, Ted and Nick were convinced they had just heard a horrific crime take place less than half a mile from their location. Unfortunately, they didn't have cell service in the wilderness to make a report, and the only way out of the woods was in the same direction as the screaming. Getting too close and alerting what could be an armed and dangerous group could have been life-threatening. So they decided to stay silently hidden in the trees for the next few hours, and only moved back after it was completely dark out. The two eventually made it back to their car and drove to a spot with cell reception to report the incident. However, from what I was able to find, the authorities weren't able to locate a body or even find any evidence of a crime at the location Ted and Nick provided, leaving this disturbing encounter unresolved. People on the internet have come up with several theories to explain the situation, ranging from a firing squad execution to someone having a drug-fueled mental breakdown with a gun in their hand.
We're in an ad, but chat, while we're in an ad, bro, what do you guys think? Here, I'm gonna turn this shit down. But like, what do you guys like think about this shit? You know, like, it could be like, I think it's low key just animals, because they said they sent cops over there and it like didn't find shit. Most likely animals for real. But hey, I don't know. What do you guys think about that shit though? Never go in the forest again. Now the thing is, dude, I live in a fucking forest, bro. I'm in the freaking forest, dude. Like, it's just brutal over here, bro. It's too cold and shit. I've only went hunting once, so I'm not that smart at hunting. I think it's dogs barking. True, I did hear dogs barking too. I think there was something else though. Like, dogs like don't really sound like that high pitched. I'm pretty sure it might have been a little bob action, bro. A little bobcat. You know, you never know nowadays. I sent you 2 clips on Xbox. Bet when we get over to the Xbox, we'll for sure be checking that out. But hey, let's get right back to it, y'all. Let's unmute. On deaf and perfect.
Many have also accused the hunting public of faking the whole thing, which is a common strategy by failing YouTube channels to go viral and gain new viewers. However, the hunting public had a fairly consistent viewership before this video, and it didn't increase by a significant amount after the encounter. They also have over 1,400 other regular hunting videos, this being the only one with a strange encounter. Typically, channels that fake videos have other suspicious content.
There we go.
The screams also seemed far too primal and emotional for anyone to fake that convincingly. Put simply, what they heard was more than likely real. Unfortunately, it's been over 3 years since the incident, and we still have no answers on what it was all about.
Yeah, 3 years, no answers. Like, these guys probably weren't trying to fake anything. They probably just were, like, being cautious and shit. But at the end of the day, 3 years, nothing. Most likely an animal. Most likely an animal, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
You know how every year around this time, the temperature drops,
Here we go.
Everyone around you starts coughing, and suddenly you're convincing yourself you're probably fine? Yeah, that was me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, this guy with his plugs, bro, like, he's actually a pro plugger. I can't even lie. Let me, like, skip through this shit.
Even scored same-day appointment. ZocDoc.com/
How long
in
is this,
November
dude?
2022.
Oh, there we go. Let's rewind. Hey, I don't welcome back to the stream, bro. It's been a little bit. How have you been doing,
Thanks
bro?
to
Thank you
ZocDoc
so
for
much for
sponsoring today's video.
We made it through. Perfect. When's next stream? Next stream's tomorrow. Every day we live with it. Every single day we going live
from
for
Michigan named Brendan Fitzpatrick was camping alone.
Brendan, chat. Now look at that guy. No, we gotta rewind for that dude. Like that ass. Where is he at? Dude, Brendan, dude. You're telling me Brendan is like this guy? This guy looks like the nicest guy I know, and I don't even know him, bro. Let's see more.
Fitzpatrick was camping alone inside his hunting blind, waiting for a deer to pop into view, when suddenly he was startled by a voice he didn't recognize. Brendan looked outside to see who it was and came face to face with an angry-looking man pointing an AR directly at him. Brendan tried to explain the situation, but the man wasn't willing to hear any of it and kept becoming more and more hostile.
I'm out there right now.
All right.
But I just want to show you kind of why we're here. We pay good money to hunt this property. We've been hunting it for years.
No, you ain't been moving for years. I've been here 8 years.
Hunter beef?
You live on this property right here?
Sir, you're not listening to me. I'm not.
I just want to talk to you. I'm sorry.
He then told Brendan to put his phone down and said what can only be interpreted as a threat.
Put your phone down.
You have an AR in front of me. I'm scared.
Put your phone down.
Dude, I'm scared as now.
Okay, well, it's going to be more scary. Are you tapping?
Nah, dude. If there's somebody with an AR says it's going to get more scary, dude, nah. Get the fucking running shoes on. You're out of there. Nah, you out of there, bro. What? Like, I don't think shit like this is supposed to be happening, but I guess it does. Andres, welcome back to the stream. What the fuck you watching? 5 most disturbing hunting encounters caught on camera. So far, so good, bro. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Sounds like a plan, Domino. Thank you for making the stream tonight. I will be here once again tomorrow. Enjoy your night and have a good day tomorrow as well, bro. Much appreciated.
No, sir. I'm hunting. I'm hunting with.
Drop your phone.
Oh my God.
I mean, out of there, not for real.
Sir, I'm bow hunting. I don't have any guns on me.
Like, how do you press
Him
Brendan
saying,
like this,
"Are you
dude?
attacking me?" while Brendan was doing everything in his power to cooperate
Like,
and stay
poor Brendan
calm.
now. Like, that guy just looks like he just wants to have fun, bro. You know, he doesn't look like he's mad about anything. Like, why would you press Dick? Such a jolly dude, bro.
Came off
Poor
as him
Brendan,
looking for an
literally.
excuse to
Literally.
open fire.
Okay,
and
bye,
claim
guys. Have a good one,
self-defense
Autumn.
later.
Thank you for tuning
He
in.
also
Enjoy
kept
your night.
ordering
Have a
Brendan
good day.
to get out of
And
the
good luck
area
at work.
while
Good luck at
repeatedly
work.
threatening him with his gun and his aggressive-sounding dog. Brendan explained that he wasn't trespassing, and that the land he was on was legally leased for bow hunting, which was true and was something he and his family had been doing for multiple years. However, despite getting a reasonable explanation, the man refused to accept any of it and kept trying to intimidate Brendan. What made the encounter even more unsettling for Brendan was that the man refused to even state his name, making it clear that he had no interest in a civil conversation. Not only that, but he also name-dropped Chai Vang when threatening Brendan, a violent criminal who took the lives of 6 people and injured 2 more members of a hunting party in 2004.
Wait, so there's actually hunting beef, bro? Like, when you get caught lacking in, like, a different property, like, this shit happens? Like, I had no idea, bro. Like, damn, hunters go crazy, dude. But now, like, the thing is, this guy's on such a bad power trip. Like, why would you ever press that? You know, like, if he's been hunting there, like, let him just do his thing, dude.
Simply, the
That
man
looked
was
like you?
insinuating that he was willing to do the same to Brendan.
That looked like-
lives of 6.
That looked like me. That looks like me. Yeah, type 1 if that looks like me, bro. Because, like, nah, I do not see it, dude. Like, I just don't even see that shit, dude. Like, there's no fucking shot. There's just no fucking way. This guy's like 50 years old, chat. I'm not even 20 yet, bro. You're rushing me like 30 years in this bitch. 3, I see a lot of 1s, but thank you, y'all. Thank you, bro. Yo, Derk, you should add a vid recommendation channel in DC. Yes, dude, yes.
And injured
W
2 more
idea,
members
gorilla.
of a hunting
Very good
party
idea.
in 2004.
But
Put
let's fast forward
simply,
again.
the man was
Are we right here?
insinuating that he was willing to do the same to Brendan if he didn't comply. Fortunately, Brendan was able to stay composed enough to not aggravate the man any further and live to see another day.
He just looks
Brendan
so
later
jolly,
tried
bro.
to press charges against the man, but the police weren't as helpful as he'd hoped. They essentially told him that he didn't have enough evidence to start a criminal case against the man and
Not
left
get
it at
pulled up
that.
on by a fucking
However,
hunter,
that wasn't
exactly.
even the end of it. Because a year later, on November 25, 2023, Brendan's brother encountered the same man while hunting in the area. Due to what happened the year prior, he made sure to position his tree stand more than 150 yards away from the site of the original confrontation. But for some reason, the man became even more hostile than last time and directly opened fire without saying a word.
What?
Luckily, none of the shots actually hit Brendan's brother and he was able to leave the area without getting injured. However, according to Brendan, the authorities didn't file any charges against the man yet again, citing the same lack of evidence. Though, people online suspect that the perpetrator might have connections at the local police department, allowing him to threaten the lives of innocent people and not face any consequences. The only silver lining in this disturbing case is that no one was actually hurt. Brendan and his family have also returned to hunting, likely at a completely different location.
Yo, I gotta go drop a... Should I go drop a sub real quick, bro? Nah, I feel like I gotta drop a sub after that shit, bro. Poor Brendan. If you guys want to sub up to Brendan, feel free. Hey, feel free, y'all. Feel free. Can I resume? Thank you.
On
Next
September
one.
10,
Next one.
2024, at approximately 7:45
Let's raid
a.m.,
Brendan.
2
Yeah.
fishermen were kayaking down Lake Emery in Franklin, North Carolina, when one of them spotted what appeared to be a log drifting in the water ahead. However,
Like, nah, that's
something
cool.
about it
Whoa,
didn't
I can't
feel
let that
right.
go. I can't let that go. Just look at
Mark
that view.
5
Just
a.m.,
take
2
a little
fishermen
peek
were
at that view.
kayaking down Lake Emery in Franklin, North Carolina.
Like right here, bro. This looks like something like around me for real, bro. Like this, like fishing, like right here. Like if you're fishing in this spot, bro, you're bound to pull something, dude. Like this is some legendary ass shit. I can't even lie, bro. Off topic, John. Okay, bro. Literally get rid of the socks.
Carolina, when one of them spotted what appeared to be a log
W
drifting
fishing
in the
spot
water
for real
ahead.
though, dude.
However, something about it didn't feel right. So Mark Wilkins paddled closer to take a better look, and that's when he made the horrifying discovery. It wasn't a log at all. In reality, he was
Gator?
staring at human remains that had likely been in the lake for multiple days by that point. He was still a bit
Not a
unsure
gator.
and thought that maybe it was some Halloween decoration that had found its way into the lake. But the closer he got, the clearer it became. The remains were certainly real. And after taking a couple of minutes to calm his nerves, Mark dialed 911 and told them about his discovery.
For many users,
We get ad fucked. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Jackie with abandoned the Cash App. Why is Jackie flexing on us, y'all? There is no need for that. There is no need for that.
I am fishing on Lake Emery, and I have come across a dead body.
Are you in the water?
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it.
What's good, Reggie?
I mean, it looks like a dead body. I mean, there's a hand sticking up. There's a rotted face. I don't know if it's some kind of stupid Halloween spooky thing, but I'm not touching it. So.
Now, discovering human remains like this is disturbing enough on its own. But what made this find even more chilling was the dark implications it suggested. You see, authorities had also found the remains of a 19-year-old boy in the same lake just a month earlier. And if the two cases were connected, it meant that there was possibly a serial killer on the loose in the small town.
Yeah, that's
of
no good,
Franklin.
bro.
While talking to the
That is
police,
no
Mark
good, bro.
also remembered seeing a pair of Crocs lying near the boat ramp he used earlier that morning, adding another disturbing layer to an already unsettling situation. That said, the reality of this case turned out to be far more tragic than disturbing. The person in the lake was later identified as 50-year-old Ethel Marie Ogle.
Fucking
According to
Ethel,
the
bro.
official reports,
She
there
looks
was
so
no
wholesome,
foul play
bro.
involved in her death.
Why do good people gotta get bad things happening to them, y'all? It does not make sense, dude. Does not make sense, bro. Like, it's always
At
the
first
nicest
glance,
people,
duck
bro.
hunting seems like one of the safest hunting styles out there, especially since it doesn't require hunters to spend any time deep in the wilderness, where running into angry predators like bears or bobcats is a constant concern. However, duck hunting, just like most other outdoor activities,
those are
comes
good.
with its
Those are
own set
nuts.
of risks. Something Ethan from the Lucas Reinsch YouTube channel became well aware of in November 2020. He
No,
was out
exactly,
hunting ducks
DC,
with a
exactly. Why do good people get killed, but bad people get good stuff? That's basically what the whole video
shotgun
summed up
early
about.
in the
Like,
morning
everybody
while the
in here
sun
is
was
like,
barely
wicked
up.
nice, y'all.
After staking out on a beach for a few hours and waiting for the ducks to gather, he found a target and managed to shoot it down. The duck fell a bit too far into the water, but without a boat, his only option was to wade into the water
Oh,
to
hell no,
retrieve
I ain't
it.
doing that.
And that's when everything went wrong. Ethan had plenty of duck hunting experience under his belt, but he wasn't completely familiar with this particular lake and didn't know about the sharp drop-off a few feet off the shore. So as
We
he
got
got closer
gangsta,
to the
what's
duck,
good,
the
bro?
ground suddenly
You are
dropped
right,
off from
Gorilla.
under his feet, leaving him struggling to stay afloat.
Fuck. Is he solo? Nah, going in a freaking lake like this, fully clothed solo mission is so fucking risky, bro. Like, even if you're a good swimmer, fully clothed, you're getting weighed down like crazy. Not worth it. Not worth it for a duck, bro. I can't lie.
He also knew how to swim, but that wasn't as
And
big
he's
of a
got his
help as
gun
he
with
hoped
him?
it to be. The biggest issue at hand were his waders. They became filled with water, sinking him deeper while also making it near impossible to move in the water. Under normal circumstances, staying afloat is relatively easy for anyone who knows what they're doing. However, water-filled waders make
You
this
were here
otherwise
yesterday, guys, so
simple
thank you for
task
tuning in. Thank you
infinitely
for
more
stopping in
difficult,
again,
as
bro.
drowning becomes a stronger possibility with each passing second. To make matters worse, the water Ethan was in was also extremely cold. Even if he could stay afloat with heavy waders, he still risked contracting hypothermia and passing out before drowning. The cold water was also tensing up his muscles and making it difficult to keep moving. And to top it all off, he was also completely alone on this trip. Having someone with you on any nature expedition increases the chances of survival exponentially. Even if a partner isn't able to help directly, they can at the very least call for help. Ethan, however, didn't have that option. All he could do was keep his calm and keep swimming toward the shore with all his energy. Fortunately, this worked. After a brief but intense struggle, he was able to find the underwater ledge and make it out relatively unharmed. And while his determination and level-headed approach certainly helped, his surviving the incident
He
was
did it,
nothing
though.
short of incredibly lucky.
He did that shit, though. But still, bro, like, doing that with freaking waiters, like, a gun and shit, bro, not the smartest. I can't lie.
In May 2017,
Can't even cap.
45-year-old Richard Wesley was out bow hunting in Ontario, Canada, when he suddenly came face to face with the last animal you want to see in the wilderness.
Is that a fucking
bear.
grizzly bear? Oh, hell nah, bro. I think I've seen this video. And it's a little bit spooky, y'all.
Initially
Fucking-
tried to lay low in the bushes and hoped the bear would walk away without noticing him. Unfortunately, he was in a wide open
Oh, it's a black
area,
bear, I think.
resulting
Yeah, it's a
in the
black
bear
bear.
seeing him and coming toward him. One of the only options he really had left at this point was to run away, which, considering a bear's top speed of up to 35 miles per hour or roughly 55 kilometers an hour, wasn't
30
really
miles?
possible.
Like they go 30 miles a fucking hour? Dude, I was thinking when I was younger I would be able to outbike a bear just in case, bro. That was not gonna happen, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That was not gonna happen, dude.
Or
Holy
he could
fuck,
stand his
30 miles
ground
an hour.
and try to scare the bear away before it got too close. Because if the bear actually decided to attack, Richard would have no real way of winning that fight. Black bears can generate a bite force of up to 1,000 psi with their 2.5-inch long teeth, which is enough to easily fracture a human skull or even sever the head completely from the neck. Adult black bears can
you don't
also
wanna
weigh up
fuck
to
with bears,
600
bruh.
pounds or 272 kilograms. In other words, once a black bear is on top of you, there's no practical way to get it off. Plus, the weight alone can also cause asphyxiation within seconds. Not to mention the 2-inch long claws that can leave deep lacerations down to the bone. So even if the bear decided to leave Richard alone after a single claw swipe, he would have likely bled out right there before help arrived. With all this in mind, he stood up and tried to intimidate the bear. Unfortunately, this backfired horribly.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this before. Oh, I've definitely seen this before.
Quiet! Quiet! Quiet!
Fuck,
Instead of
dude.
running away,
Like
the
the
bear
first thing that
lunged
comes
at
to your brain right here is just fuck. Like nothing else, nothing more, just straight up fuck, bro. Like you got a bear charging your shit. That's about. He's literally jumping you right
Richard
now.
and slammed
Like he's
into
jumping.
the ground.
Look at that.
For a moment, he thought this was the end. But as he was falling down, something exceptionally lucky happened. The wooden bow Richard was holding in his hand got shoved into the bear's jaw.
Ooh.
This not only kept the bear from shredding his arm, but biting into the wood also disoriented it enough to make it turn and leave Richard alone. So,
Hell
despite
yeah.
coming dangerously close to losing his life, Richard was able to walk away with only a few minor
W
bruises.
rich, bruh.
But while he escaped physical harm, the psychological impact of this attack on him and his family was significant. As he stated in an interview later, "We watched the video footage. My stomach just tightened, and my wife started crying. Instead of admitting that I'm scared, and I probably should have went and talked to a professional about what happened, but I just downplayed it." That said, the experience also left Richard with a far deeper appreciation for the life he has.
Hell yeah. Nah, W Rick and that shit for real, bro. But dude, those are some like absolutely insane hunting stories, yo. Like I was thinking it was gonna be mostly like animal encounters, shit like that. But like the hunter beef when they like, dude, I never thought that was a thing. I can't even lie.